stories or 3 stories or?
2, I suspect. I don't know much about that. I couldn't say much about that, but I've seen it. That's the reason I asked you when it burned. whether I could really say. I got a picture of it in my mind, but
it wasn't this building, was it, in these pictures? That might have been earlier. I don't know.
Yeah. That upper one there, which is the first one?
I think those are both the same building.
The same.
And there's another one on the back, too, of the same building, I believe.
Different. Yeah, but that upper building there is, in my mind, that's my picture of it.
Well, now those steps there, did they go up to this building here? That in that picture?
Well,
yeah, the steps in this picture. Somebody had said there were steps going up to the spring. Could that be possible, or was that earlier?
Not to me, no.
Well, here's another picture that has a different building in the background. It looks like after a fire, that lower picture.
You said something about people all around here getting in their buggies and going out there when they heard about the fire. I was interested to know how they got word.
Well, I guess somebody come out here. I remember that very well. That I see people living around here that lived close here that had cabins. And when fire broke out there, the word got here, and I know the men just took off to the mountain. I remember that quite well, but I don't know which fire it was.
When was that fire?
I don't know.
You don't remember how old you were?
They saved some cabins. No, I tried to think about put something together last night to come up with how old I was, but they saved some of the cabins. I know the Beards saved their cabin. Some of the cabins burnt, hotel burnt.
What time of year was that? It wasn't during the summer, though.
Yeah, it was in summertime.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, in
So
summer.
people were up there at the time it was burning? They were staying up there?
That's what I think anyway. It was in summertime. I think it was in the fall of the year, but no, no. I'd better not say it was summer, but somehow or another I think it was summer. Anybody know any of those people?
Yeah, it's married. This is Frank and Mrs. Rod Mary and Miss Virginia Mary. It's a married. And they were standing on the site of the hotel, I believe, and this picture was taken right after the fire. And this was one of the buildings that was left, and Mrs. Mary, I believe, identified this as Blackwell's. No, wait a minute, well, Blackwell's cabin, the cabin Blackwell lived in was saved, and so was Miller's Hotel. And I'm not sure which one this is. We thought maybe you'd know.
No.
You don't know. This is more marriage. These are married pictures, yeah.
Yeah, I don't recognize any of them.
And we were wondering if you recognize any of these cabins. There's not much showing, but could you
No, I was just too young, I guess.
Well, now this could have been 1908. It may be that after that, some of these, I don't know. I know. Right.
Yeah.
These pictures could go back.
They could be earlier, yeah. Earlier than you remember.
But I remember cabins sitting around up on the circle like you see here.
Tell me about the water itself. Did people use that water just to drink, or did they use it for illnesses, or?
Well, yes, lots of the people hauled water out there and made trips up there, especially to get water because they felt it had healing qualities or help with kidney problems and so on.
Were specific springs good for specific things, or, the water was pretty much the same from all the springs?
It was different, I know that. They had different springs and different kinds of water.
What color was the water? What was in it?
Well, she asked me that last night, and that I don't know, except I know that the rock around these springs were usually tinted with brown, kind of a blackish brown, some sort of mineral. But I wouldn't say, but I believe that that thing was known for its different kind of waters, springs. That's the main reason, I guess, that people went up there, went up there and spent the summer. People that could do such things would go up there and spend a month, 6 weeks in the hotel. Just like people go back to, what do you call it back here now, the
Hot springs.
hot springs back there. If this thing hadn't fell through out here for some reason or other, we could have a hot springs right here with us today.
Yeah.
But it fell through and nobody ever developed it anymore.
You don't know when it fell through? Was it in the 20s?
It had been in the teens or early 20s. I think in the teens.
So when you would go by there later on with your cattle, there wasn't anything there?
It just began to fall apart, and buildings fell down, people lost interest in it. Why the families quit going up there and keeping their cabins up, people just come through a period in history that didn't appeal to them, and it just dropped it, that's all.
Could the fire have had to do with that? A lot of people burned out and just didn't bother building?
Oh, yeah, sure, yes. That would be discouraging, and after the fire, well, the thing looked pretty grim when you go by there. See, you go up there to the spring, or you've been up there, right?
Yes.
And the road goes up there, and you go in the left to the spring, and then right short around up the mountain, you go on across the mountain. And you go up there and make that turn and go around there, look over in there, just look pretty grim. You could see rubbish of buildings where they had fell down, where they had burned. But we went up there after everything was pretty well gone, and we'd go up there and have a picnic. The ground kind of stayed open around in there. People would go in there got cars. When cars come along, got to go in there. I know people would go up there and have a Sunday picnic or a Saturday picnic or something or other. Stayed open there for a good while. There's one problem, I told Hazel last night, there's one problem we always had when we got the cattle up there to make that short bend. You couldn't keep them from going in there to the spring. Couldn't get them to head up that mountain. That is something else.
How about that? They go right on in. Was there more than one road going up to Blackrock Gap at that point? Was there one above the hotel and one below it? Do you remember?
Not that, no. No.
When you'd go up for picnics, did you ever go up to Blackrock?
Oh, yeah. I hiked up there several times. I know we hiked up there, and the dear children was up there.
Did you go up with the buggies, or did you walk?
No, I walked.
Walk.
That was something else. There was a path went right out behind the cabins. You go right straight up the mountain to the Blackrock, and then of course you go out and walk the road, and up before when you cross the mountain, then you take another path there and go up to the Blackrock. It wasn't near so steep.
Another path from the gap?
Yeah, from the road. I imagine it's about the same as Appalachian Trail.
But there was also, yes, I know what you mean. Was there another path that was different from that? It went straight up those rocks?
From the cabins, yeah.
That never went to Blackrock Gap?
No, it didn't go to the top of the mountain.
Wasn't that pretty much crawling over rocks?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but in younger days, like you people, you didn't mind it, you know.
I've done it. It took a long time.
Yeah, we didn't mind it then. It's pretty bad. She's gone. Yeah, we didn't mind it then. But, it's a good ways up there, I know that.
Yeah. Was there, when you get up there, did people cut their initials in those rocks?
Oh, yeah, everybody's up there, right?
Can't see any initials now. I don't know.
No, four all shirt out?
Yeah, it is. We kept looking for that because
Oh, yeah. You just see everybody up there. No one knows it all. Yeah.
If you took that road that you said goes where the Appalachian Trail is now, was that logged over or was that grown up in trees back, say, in the
Those
20s?
people that lived on across the mountain, that is their main way out. They come out by Blackrock Spring.
Mm-hmm.
All those people back in there was, this world of people live back in that mountain. Over pasture cattle. That is their way out. They come across the mountain there and come down by Blackrock Spring.
Did they ever stop at the spring?
Oh, I don't know about that. I would think so.
What can you tell me about any of the people specifically? Did you know them when you were?
Oh, yeah.
What kind of people were they?
Nice people. One family lived in the Harris houses up close to where Hallelujah's people passed it.
On Pasture Fence Mountain.
On that.
On Pasture Fence Mountain, Mr. Harris?
I don't know about that.
I think I talked to his grandson.
Yeah.
Mr. Joe Harris.
Yeah.
Well, then right north of them on top of the mountain, and some hunt club owns that now.
Whitehall Hunt Club.
Was the family of Vias. And I got a feeling that this man that's having sailing on the head over the Harrison is one of that family. But my dad and mother would go over there to have Sunday school, and when it was Sunday school on Sunday morning, they'd go over Saturday evening and stay all night, and they always go up to the Vias.
Remember which Vias?
No, I don't know that.
Now, your mother and dad were involved with the Wayside Church there?
That's right, my dad had Sunday school there.
Uh-huh. Did he go up once a month then?
Twice a month for a number of years, every other Sunday.
Mm-hmm. And the Vias all came down to the church service?
Yeah, the Vias. And the Marshalls lived right up there. They were nice people.
Somebody talked about a preacher named Cline. I remember talking, I think so, that went up there, if I remember right.
Well, it might have been, I don't know who it would have been, but...
His daddy wasn't a preacher.
Wasn't a preacher. No, maybe
Yeah, the Harris people they were nice people.
Mm-hmm.
All those people.
Was there a school a little up the river from the church, do you recall?
Well, I don't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Do you remember you talked to the Vias and so on, or was that?
Yeah, I stayed all night, eat there with them, played with the children. I've been trying to think of, there was a boy my age, I've been trying to think of his name, and I can't come up with it at all. I haven't heard of him for years.
Joe Harris's grandson talks about somebody named Hez Via.
Well, that would be because they lived just about as close as from here down to Hallelujah, is where these two houses, right on top of the mountain.
What were the houses like? Were they big houses? Or?
Oh, the Via house was a big house, bigger than the Harris house. They were just a good common house, not as big as, good average house, and right good houses. Those mountain people built, in that day built good houses.
Did the Vias raise a lot of apples?
I wouldn't think so. I don't know. I wouldn't think so. I don't remember that. I know they eat groundhog for dinner, and that didn't appeal to me.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway,